Hello everybody, I'm Bradley Hasemeyer. Today I'm wearing a cardigan because I wanted to prove to you that I care about luxury. But I'm also wearing a cardigan from The Gap to prove to you that I care about value. And if you love value, somewhat rugged looks, a little bit of luxury, and a lot of tech, you're going to love the 2023 Hyundai Palisade. Let's get to it. All right, so the very front of the vehicle is usually what automakers change when they make small changes, and for 2023, Hyundai has changed this whole general region. It's really like changing the book cover and reissuing the book. Essentially, the vehicle's the same, except some new tech on the inside, but I really like what they've done on the outside. I think a lot of people kind of balked at that initial, vertical frosted LED glass thing. So that's one of the big changes here. Let me give you a little POV walk around, so you can see what else is going on around here. I like one of the style marks here where they've brought the belt line wrapping off of the grille all the way up, running along the top. We see it come all the way through here into the tail light, into the back. And then once you're back here, it's kind of a lower light bar. It's right down there toward the bottom. On this Calligraphy, there's certain elements that you wouldn't get on a base model. Like all the vehicles, there's a lot of body paint match in terms of color. For instance, over the wheel arches. Overall, I think it's a really good looking vehicle. On the front and the grille here, that's what I was talking about, one of the major changes, but really on the inside is where you got to go to see some of the cool elements to what makes this vehicle really stand apart. All right guys, let's get going. Yeah, pretty good sound from the 291 horsepower 3.8 liter V6. Obviously with something like that, you're not getting fantastic fuel economy, but this is a family hauler. This is a cruiser. This is throw a bunch of stuff in the back. And so, physics is physics. This thing's pretty heavy. You can kind of feel that in terms of like the launching it. It kind of like catches its breath before it really gets going. And that's something that you find in larger vehicles just in general. Physics is physics, guys. Stay in school. You can't beat physics. All right, a couple of things that I love about the Palisade from the very beginning: the ride height, not just in like an SUV kind of way, and of course you can adjust your seat up and down, but just from the standpoint of great visibility. These A-pillars, really nice with this Alcantara, by the way. Not too wide, good, kind of thin. I can still see around. Obviously the greenhouse in the vehicle itself, as far as light coming in, there's plenty of opportunity for light to come in through the dual panel roofs. Is it roofs? Roofs. I think it's roofs. It's hooves. Anyway. So I've had this thing for about a week, and one of the things that's impressed me the most is something that you would probably not think about very often, but it's just how smooth and patient the car is and relaxed. Of course, there's sport mode and there's some cool elements to, okay, I can take this thing and I can kind of drive fast. And yeah, I guess if you wanted, you could haul some stuff. It's got a haul capacity or tow capacity up to 5,000 pounds, which is great. What's up, friends? But it's one of those things where this is really a nice jack of all trades kind of situation. I really appreciate how easy this is to maneuver. Easy to get in and out of parking spaces despite the fact that it's really long. I've been in Suburbans and Yukons and vehicles like that before, which, Expeditions, obviously 3 rows of seats, and you think, wow, this is really nice to have that much space, but then you get into a kind of an urban environment and you're trying to find a parking space or a parking garage is really annoying, and I haven't found that to be the case. I really like the way that this car drives in terms of the size of it. Now, a couple cool things that I didn't realize until recently. This is why it's nice to drive a car for a while. There are so many aspects of tech to this vehicle, right? Of course, all the cool tech of, one of the cool things that I love is, passenger talk. Just hit a button there, and now as I'm talking, it's this becomes a microphone and it's going into the speakers in the back. So the people in the back can hear me, so I don't have to yell at my kids in the third row. I can say, hey guys, calm down back there. Or, you know, maybe you're carpooling and it's like, okay guys, next stop coming up. I love that. That's just a cool, like, it's a cool feature. I think that's cool. Maybe also I can hear my voice more, so maybe there's that element to it too. I love the screen, I love all the tech here, but this is pretty cool. They have a special mode that these seats can massage you if you've been driving for a while. They will come on and automatically start massaging you if you've been driving for a while. I think that's really cool. It scared me a little bit at first. I was like, what is happening with the seat? And then I remember reading in the press release about that. But something that comes with that is when you switch over to sport mode down here on the center console, I just go comfort, sport, boom. The side bolsters close in, the seat kind of dips in, it kind of wraps around you a little bit more. That's something I first experienced on an E63 AMG wagon. That is a far cry from this vehicle, right? But I like that that's something that Hyundai's baked into the recipe of a great three-row SUV. And when you're in sport mode, it does all the things you would expect in terms of it holds the revs higher, the steering feel is a little bit more solid, there's a little bit more communication with the vehicle. I mean, I'm just kind of ripping through these back roads here and there's no lag. Obviously when you're in eco or comfort or something like that, it takes a little bit of time for the engine to get going, but you know, in this sport mode, again, really nice sound. We're gonna get to soccer practice in time, I promise you that. Woo, that's fun, man. That's fun, that's pretty fun. So sport mode's got some great sound to it, I like that. You know, something that you don't normally appreciate in a vehicle like this is how comfortable the second and the third row passengers are. I had a chance to sit back there for a little bit. It was a rainy day. My kids came out. We did like a picnic in the car. We put the third row seats down. But then while I was, they wanted to bring them back up again. And while I was sitting back there, like putting shoes back on so we could go outside, I realized the third row is heated. The third row has heated seats. You have USB-C, plug it in. You've got Wi-Fi throughout the car, get connected. You've got cup holders back there. Bring your drink. I don't know. There's so many great elements to the thoughtfulness, I guess, at each level, right? It's kind of like, usually the third row is kind of like left out. It's just like, yeah, good luck. Congratulations, you made it in the car and that's all you're gonna get. So Hyundai has built that into this whole thing as well. Again, I cannot say this enough. I drive a lot of cars and $50,000 for this fully loaded Calligraphy edition. You know, some people will say this. I've heard this comment from a lot of people. Yeah, but it's Hyundai. You know, what's the value going to be worth in 10 years or 15 years? Is it going to last for 20 years? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. But I also don't care because nobody keeps their car for that long. Have you kept a car for that long? Maybe you bought a used car that's that old, but I just don't think that people are buying a car and sitting in that car and staying in that same vehicle like they used to. Probably gonna lease it for a couple of years and bounce to the new one. I don't know. That's my retort when someone says, yeah, but it's a Hyundai instead of, you know, going Mercedes or Volvo. Of course, those are great brands, but you just gotta be so impressed with what Hyundai and Kia, for that matter, of course, the same vehicle, is putting out. So there you go. That is the 2023 Hyundai Palisade. There is a lot to love about this vehicle. I like the updated looks, a little more rugged, less smooth and rounded than the previous kind of mid-cycle refresh. I really love the interior quality, the interior comfort. I mean, the doors, the pinstripe suit on the side, the ambient lighting, the Harman Kardon audio system sounds great. The fact that everybody riding in this car, from the driver all the way to the punk in the third row who barely got a seat, is happy. They're happy here. I love that. I love the use of tech, from all the cameras to the surround view to the cabin talk where I can talk to the people in the back. And again, 50,000, topping out at 50,000 is like, wow, what a value proposition. So there you go. If you're in the market for a three-row SUV that's loaded with tech, has some decently rugged good looks and a good bit of luxury on the inside, I think you're gonna be pretty happy with this. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We got a lot of great videos coming up, a lot of great car reviews on there. Make sure if you're looking for the full review, you head to hotcars.com. All right, I'm gonna go pick up, I don't know, everybody in the neighborhood. Have a great day.